So how do perks work in Starfield? So let's talk about how the tier system works and how the perks generally interact with each other. All right, so the first thing to note is there is a base level tier for each of the 5 trees. And when you level up, you get a skill point. You can use that skill point on any of these base ranks, right? So if you have no investment in any of these, you can use these. However, once you get to the second tier, you will need at least 4 perks invested in, like 4 points spent on the first tier to unlock the second tier. And then to unlock the third tier, you have to spend a total of 8. So you could spend 4 in here, 4 in here, or 4 in here. I'm sorry, 8 in here, and that should unlock these as well. It just states that you just need to spend at least 8 points in general, and then the final tier is 12. So essentially, to unlock the highest tier of perk within a perk tree, you have to have at least 12 level ups allocated into that tree. Now, you could have passives from your starting class that unlock a perk. So in this case, I had a gangster starting class. So I had shotgun certification, theft, and boxing. So it gives me 1 point spent by default. So that does help me, get these higher level perks as I start dumping perks into them. Now, to get further ranks, you usually have to meet a condition. So right now, even though I have a skill point, I can't unlock rank 3 for shotguns because I need to get 2 more kills to complete a challenge. So each perk has its own challenges that need to be completed in order to rank up that perk. So you need the point and you need the challenge completion. In the case of other things though, the challenge is different. So let's see, let's go to one I already have. So let's go like theft, for example. So in order to get rank 2, I have to pickpocket 5 times. And then to get the next rank, I probably have to pickpocket more times and so on. It's a raccoon, that's funny. All right, so same thing for wellness, right? For wellness, you have to heal yourself. I actually can get this now because I healed 1,000 HP, which is one of the easier ones to get. So getting HP plus 40% is pretty quick to get and pretty easy to get. Some are harder to get than others. Obviously, if you're fighting a lot, you're going to be healing a lot, unless you're insane or you are really good at stealth. Either way, it's probably one of the easier ones to get. The kill ones, most like things like even like pistol cert. This, if I get this, it'll be, so many kills to get rank 2, so many kills to get rank 3. So each thing depends on a certain challenge in order to rank it up. That's like the takeaway, right? And then in order to get these higher level ones, you will need to have spent quite a bit of perks, like quite a bit of skill points in the tree to unlock them. Now, as far as how well they are, like how good they are, like if they're worth it, that's debatable. I guess we'll find out the more we play this game as a community. We'll see how good some of these are, because like obviously plus % damage is insane. Like if you're going to be using shotguns, plus 30% damage could be more valuable than this. Specifically targeting pressure points can disable opponent. So like I don't need to disable an opponent if I just kill them, right? Like if a headshot kills them, even on very hard mode, I don't need to disable them. So it's debatable as to how good they are. Rapid reloading could be good with shotguns specifically. 50% to avoid getting interrupted while reloading, so that's interesting. Chance on hits to increase reload speed. So there's some interesting perks in here, but this is like the gist of it. Essentially, you have tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And tier 1 requires 4 tier 0, tier 2 requires 8 combination of tier 0 and tier 1, and then tier 3 requires 12 combination of any of the other tiers. But you will have to put at least 4 into this to get started. So you could put like all of your 8 into here to unlock this row, for example. It doesn't specify that it has to be in this rank, right? Some of the weapons are gated in a way. So like if you want to invest in rifles immediately, you have to invest in other things first. Now, ballistic weapons, this could be useful. Ballistic weapons do plus 10% more damage. As far as I understand, I think this affects shotguns too, right? Increases the range. Yeah, I think this is just all like projectile weapons. So this is just another damage increase. So I might as well get this. Check that out. So now I just have to kill 20 enemies. So I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? I can use, yeah, because it shows like a shotgun in there. So we'll see. I mean, it's an octopus with a bunch of hands, a bunch of tentacles. But this is like the basic perk system. It's different from the Skyrim system where you had to unlock, like first you had to level up a skill to a certain level, and then you had to like unlock, you know, your starting node, and then you had to unlock nodes. Like you can just get whatever you need. So if you just want to do ballistics, you could run like pistols plus ballistics, shotgun plus ballistics, get the big damage increase, and then just max this out, and go for other things like maybe reload. And if you want rifles, just go for ballistics 4. That's a no-brainer. That gets you damage increase, assuming the rifle is a ballistic rifle. So yeah, that's it for this one. Just a quick little overview. I'll do more in-depth guides for each of these as I unlock all these skills, test them all out in multiple playthroughs. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next one.